anyways.
Ain't no mountain high, ain't no valley low. Paneloids is coming, baby. I got Jeremiah, big encyclopedia energy. It's me, Jeremiah, singing in the mic. Woo. Thank you, Jeremiah, for that little song for everyone. That was nice. I didn't know you could sing like that. Very nice, soulful voice, might I say. Everyone, little hearts for Jeremiah in the chat. Hey guys, we're back. It's us, Paneloids. It's Kyle, Jeremiah, and nope, Core that way.
Nope, you did it the right way the first time.
Oh, Jesus. Whatever. Anyways, guys, we're here and we're gonna have a good time and everything's gonna be great. I think we're gonna do this. Nope. I don't know what you're saying.
At least it wasn't the gun sounds.
Nothing
At
happened
least.
behind the scenes. All right. So, anyways, let's get into this. We're gonna break down some recent rumors. We got a new comic book day, and we're discussing a hot take on what actually makes someone a real comic fan. Yeah, that's right. Absolute Green Arrow came out. Pow! That's right. That's just for the OG fans right there.
Should have done both sounds.
Absolute Green Arrow #1 is out. I'll give it 2 arrows out of 10.
Whoa,
what?
No. But 2 arrows for the 2 hours that were in that guy's skull. That definitely happened. Jeremiah, take us away.
I was expecting way more of a supernatural take on this because that's kind of what has been teased for the whole time, that this is going to be Ali as Spectre essentially. But we get a lot of Absolute Diana, which was really, really cool. He's collecting hands and fingers.
only of those hands and fingers have done bad things.
Well, but is he trying to get into a locked room with this shit, or is it that's his?
He's making a soup. He's just making a soup.
It's obviously it is Ali. We know that it's Ali, but it wasn't 100% confirmed Ali. So yeah, it's interesting. So. Raphael Albuquerque's artwork is top notch. They did a really good job with that. It is a modern story, 100%. The other characters in the book, especially the way that Diane is investigating everything, definitely a modern take. A solid Absolute title for sure.
Quick question: who's Ollie for people that don't read any of this?
Oliver Queen, the original Green Arrow.
I'm just saying. I don't know. Not everyone knows who Ollie is. Some people skip Green Arrow altogether. Not me. I would never do that.
So I don't think it's Oliver Queen. If it is Oliver Queen, who is Green Arrow and has been for a very long time in the DC Comics universe, if it's not him with some Lazarus Pit, right? If it's not that, which wouldn't make any sense and be a lot of backstory that they're going to fit into a miniseries. I don't think that's happening. I don't think it's him. I think it's 2 people. And the only clue that I'm going off of is the 2 arrows. And I think the 2 arrows in the eyes, the way the dialogue was, it was like a play on green arrows. And the app has always been plural. I think it's all a hint that there's 2 of them. And we'll get to somewhere where it's how is he there and there at the same time? And then we'll, or it's not 2 yet, and it's going to be 2 because Black Canary will become the second one.
Wow.
Interesting thought process there.
And then
the poison arrows are a really nice touch too.
But way too lethal. That's not something you just have. Where it's it just it touches you. It didn't even cut him. It's just a paper cut. It's
he was close enough. Yeah. So.
Dead.
Yeah, it's pretty aggressive. I love the artwork and the gruesome side of
Raphael Albuquerque. Once again, I'm sorry for technically being, I think, the first interview.
The first true interview, yeah.
I think we used Skype. Actually, I don't know. Was it him?
Paulo was first,
yeah,
and
for
then
you.
Raphael Albuquerque. No, that was the first one we ever.
I'm talking about me. What did I do?
Yeah, it was Raphael Albuquerque. Yep.
I remember. I don't know if it was him or Brian Edward Hill was technically first. I have to go back.
So I think you recorded Brian Edward Hill first, but then Raphael was released first.
I don't want to say he didn't have a good time, but I don't think anyone had a good time. It was a long time ago, though, and I'm sorry. And I would love for you to come back and for, maybe I just don't do that one. Maybe I just don't do that one. Anyway, yeah, great art, great book. I could see this getting pushed into an ongoing. I could see that.
Mm-hmm. The writer will actually be in your guys' neck of the woods soon at Trenton Charity Comic-Con.
Pornsec, it will be at.
Yep. Trenton Charity Comic-Con.
Yep.
So this is what, a five issue miniseries, or what is it?
6.
Yeah.
6.
Yeah.
They're testing the waters. They're definitely testing the waters and seeing like if this.
I mean, the creative team is so solid. I don't see how you would not consider. Phantom have they introduced Michael Merlin? Yes, they did. A pivotal part of the story. But yeah, I highly recommend. Definitely give it.
Before you ask Phantom, Roy also technically shows up.
Yeah, who I think could be the current Green Arrow.
That's who my guess was. But then they showed him, and I was like, okay, like, maybe it's not him. But I don't know. Because Venom did the same thing where they showed us 4 people that it wasn't. And then they're like, oh, it's actually Mary Jane.
That still bothers you. Like you have like nightmares about it.
It was definitely, I don't know. I have words for how it was executed, but then they executed Paul, so all is okay. So, Wolverine: Weapons of Armageddon #4. This is gonna. I was gonna say this is almost book of the week for me because this was pretty freaking good. If you've been following this series at all, I think it's setting up a lot. So you have a lot more background on Colton, who, if you don't know who that is, that's your current day Captain America that they kind of squeeze in during the time period that like Captain America was frozen.
Ginger Cap.
And yeah, Ginger Cap. So he had a lot of PTSD. He went to Iraq and then he went into Latveria and killed a bunch of people. And Captain America had to stop him because he was going a little crazy. So in this book, you get to see kind of what happened when he left, and you see the background of, I guess, his whole Weapon X experience and how they shortened his life basically like 10 years, and he didn't know before signing up. So now his heart is going to give out eventually. And the doctor's like, no, but you're good. You love the country. Like, you wanted to do this. It's okay. It's okay. You have 10 years to protect the country. He's like, I can't believe that you would do this to me. So because of everything that happened in Latveria, his heart actually did give out, and they ended up putting an arc reactor in his chest. So now he has that. So now current day, they're fighting Nuke, and he ends up kind of just dying because he doesn't want to pick up the shield because he feels like he's not worthy of the shield.
And spoiler.
Spoiler. They saved him. They saved him with an origin box. And if you're not familiar with what origin boxes are, they're coming from the other universe. The other, whatever, 6160. I don't know what they called that one, but Jeremiah with the numbers. You can give us the numbers.
6161.
Yes. I knew there was a number after the 616. So the Maker shot all these little boxes out into Iron Lad actually shot all these boxes into this universe to protect them, and they ended up giving him powers. We're not sure what powers, so the jury's out. The ends with a cliffhanger of him kind of just floating away, and he's like, no, I'm not ready to fight yet. I need to go find more wood because he's building a house, and that's his thing right now.
His house got blown up in like issue 2.
So I was like thinking about him, like, okay, him floating away. Obviously, he's now a power set where he can fly. He has this arc reactor in his chest, and he was already powerful before that. So, like, who could he have gotten? Whose power did he get in that origin box?
So we know from a book we're going to talk about in about 30 seconds who he didn't get. But we also kind of know there's no origin box for mutants because a mutant's just something that happens on its own.
Mm-hmm.
Naturally.
Naturally.
Yep.
Naturally. I don't know. He just flew.
He just flew, and he's looking for wood. So
he's like Iron Man without the suit because he's still got the arc reactor, and he can fly, and he's strong. It's just like without the armor.
Yeah. So the only person that kind of came to mind, and not because I really think that they gave him this guy's power, but Sentry. And the only reason why I thought Sentry would be cool to give him that power set is for the void aspect and him having PTSD and just putting that in a book and how that void character could be
That would be
kind of very scary.
That would be a horrible.
Would be
I don't
very
know if there's
scary.
an ultimate Sentry.
I don't know. I don't remember. I can't remember.
I don't think there is an ultimate Sentry.
And I don't think that's really the person that they went with. It just
who else flies?
Reactor,
like who else just flies?
I don't know, there's so many.
Yeah, Blue Marvel. I mean, Jessica Jones. So
yeah.
Because imagine if he ends up with ultimate Jessica Jones powers.
So my other thought is, if you can't be Captain America, but he's got this like redemption arc to be, you know, all great. Are they trying to make a Superman out of him? Like, are they trying to?
So that brings up the Sentry point. So like,
Yeah.
he becomes a Superman character where like he wants to like do good and help people, but then he has this void aspect of himself where like he loses himself through his PTSD, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, we got to stop him."
Oh, that'd be so dark, though.
He has this arc reactor, so like that would be like your way to like stop him, right? Like you like pull the arc reactor and you like he's dead. But I don't know. That would be dark. That'd be like really like
Hyperion. What's his
He's like the
Hyperion's basically
Superman.
a Superman knockoff.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was in the Squadron Supreme.
Was there an
Like the
ultimate?
do
knockoff
that.
Justice League.
You do that, and he doesn't have the void aspect, and you're chilling.
Well,
He still carries
Hyperion,
the PTSD.
Well, Hyperion thinks he's better than everyone else, so he would have that aspect.
I mean, not well. It's
Well, he doesn't have to bring that with him.
with the
Maybe
bond.
that brings him down a notch because he has PTSD, and like it could be like Storm in like the original X-Men series, like on TV, where she was afraid of rocks and kept having flashbacks of the rocks falling on her.
That's not.
Pull up the clip, Kyle. You have it. Pull it up.
It's not. That's not how it goes. But okay.
She's afraid of rocks. Ultimate Impact Reborn #1. Yes, Jeremiah. Thank you
Chris
for
Condon
showcasing it for us.
it.
Awesome story. Truthfully, although Chris Condon has been incredible at everything he's written, I was not 100% sure, because this is a big project, how this is going to go. But it was just like everything else. It was incredible. This is great. I loved the introduction of all these characters. We have 4 new heroes and villains. Well,
Of sorts,
potentially villains. Okay. We definitely have one big bad introduced in this, right?
Mm-hmm.
But some of those boxes might have ended up in the wrong people's hands. So
I'm just very curious, when is the Ultimate Universe actually going to die? Because we were told like a year ago that it's dying, and they just keep pumping it out.
But that's it. That's
This is
it. All they did, they brought characters and we're done. It's dead.
But just to confirm, these origin boxes, are they in 616?
Now,
In
yeah.
Some
Right, so-
storylines, yes.
So with Miles, he scattered them in 616.
Yes.
So these new characters are just getting the same powers as counterparts walking around 616.
Potentially.
We don't know yet because of the ending. So
Okay.
So I think Wonder Man's getting fully replaced. I think he is going to be your new Wonder Man. So the other Wonder Man will probably get dismantled.
I don't think so, because that book's
something else.
That book's just started and was.
Well, that book's
Pretty-
also a flashback book.
Oh,
Yeah.
Done.
Well, there
Perfect.
you go.
So we got the introduction of Wonder Man, which I loved.
I like
was
that. Yep.
Awesome. The other character's name is Sightseer. And then we have Mogul. There's twins too. So the twins, I don't think we have a name for them yet, but they both
They were
picked up like
twins?
gauntlets. Yeah, well, not twins. I call them twins because they both picked up a power set.
I thought they were dating.
Well, now they're
Yeah, it's going to be the new Cloak and Dagger.
Oh, is that
Right?
what it is?
Probably.
That makes
But
sense.
Cloak and Dagger are technically mutants, even though they got their powers from doing drugs.
So no,
Mm.
unless it's like a Miss Marvel.
Which maybe.
It was gauntlets. That's all I know. They put on
Miss Marvel
gauntlets.
but
Yeah.
split. Guess
That
Which
could
would be
be
cool.
you got to use it together. You got to hold hands to use the gauntlets.
Wonder Twins.
You got them. That's immediately what I thought about was Wonder Twins. And then the other guy's name is Mogul. So that's the one that I feel like is probably not the guy that probably should have gotten that origin box. So he was already like grabbing at his looked like boss or something, and like security had to break him up, and he was like, "No, everything's fine." And he was like grabbing her, and like it just seems like he's stressing about money and his own job. I don't know. It just didn't seem like he was mentally stable enough to have one of these origin boxes. And the name Mogul doesn't really sound like a good superhero name. It definitely already sounds bad. True or false?
It does sound villainy, yes.
Yeah. So, and then Sightseer, I don't know what her power set's going to be, but obviously it has something to do with seeing maybe into the future or the
No,
past.
she can just hear really well.
That makes sense. That actually does make sense. So whose power would she have gotten? The same thing with Mogul.
Mind Dolls?
Who's
Mole Man?
okay? How about crazy one, the Watcher?
No.
I mean, that's not a stretch.
I mean, how crazy would be like you have a hero that has a power set of the Watcher who might actually help.
The Man on the Wall.
But-
Nick Fury was once.
So my thing is with the origin boxes, to me, there's something that happened. It's like Spider-Man was a spider in the box, you know? Like
Mhm.
they're all something that happened to them. So I don't think any of them are going to be that far-fetched, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it 6'7" or something worse? I don't know.
Yeah.
It was just, it was
Wait,
just,
so does
I
it
don't
show
know.
what's in the box that she gets?
No, none of them.
No.
Okay.
Just the gauntlets. That's the only one I think they
Yeah.
showed. Even
They also show a diamond. They show a diamond as well.
Okay.
Oh,
if
so that's
it's-
Moguls.
What if it's the Eye
Yeah.
of Agamotto, like Doctor Strange?
Oh,
that's a good guess.
that's really good. I like that.
I need to read this. This sounds interesting.
What if-
I just
what if
knew I'd be so
Mogul-
behind.
What if that is the Crimson Gem of Sidorak and he's becoming the new Juggernaut?
That would make sense.
Oh,
it's
we
a
don't
box
have a Juggernaut.
that gives you
we don't
something.
have a Juggernaut. This actually makes sense.
That would be
Okay.
Moving on.
Yeah. No, well, before we move on, Hostilicus. Hostilicus.
Great name, by
is
the way.
Your big
Super on
bad.
the nose.
So that is your big bad of this book. So eventually you have a couple variant covers of Miles and him. I guess that's going to be the big fight at the end at some point.
Confrontation.
So yeah. So we'll see what ends up happening and which characters actually stick around. If we're actually going to have a real Miles Morales character out of this.
But again, this
But-
is like the end because this is in 616. So like Ultimate is wrapping because it just has taken the problem and moved it over.
Right.
And there's no other
I don't
book
know if
that's
you guys
gonna
can hear
really
the train.
Huh? What?
There's a train. I don't know if you guys can hear it.
No, I didn't. Now we're talking about the tree.
Thank you for bringing up the train. The train has entered the chat. All right. Moving on officially to Odin #1, a book by Image.
Image, yes, but it is a Tiny Onion release, released under the Image banner, which I gotta give Tiny Onion its due. It is slopping its dick around in as many companies as possible. We've got Boom, we've got Dark Horse, we got Image. Tiny Onion is spreading it like as much as he can. And its newest edition is Odin, written by James Tynion and Margaret Bennett, who I absolutely adore. She wrote Animosity, which is one of my favorite comics of all time. Core, what did you think of this before we get into the details of it?
It was a lot. I was just off the cover and I kind of guessed it a little bit. With the cover and the deer and everything, I just watched True Detective, and that's what it looked like. And then that like opening scene and kind of what happened throughout it, I'm like, there's almost traces in here, like this like really weird death and almost like ritualistic, but they're juggling some crazy themes in this. I mean, white supremacy, cannibalism, what the Germans were doing during World War II. Like, there's a lot going on in here.
All through the lens of a journalist who's trying to like break a story in a way. Katanik's artwork is phenomenal. They do 3 different 9-panel grids that are almost perfect, and the coloring, Jodie Blair's coloring, I mean, you really can't get better than that. The way that she used reds and white, specifically white, in this book is super important.
Yeah.
We are talking about white supremacists, so there's a reason.
and snow eventually. So it's nice. It works very well.
The fatherland. Yeah. So it's a very, very interesting book. I'm really interested to see where it's going. They are trying. The goal is to summon a god, specifically Odin. So, but some things are afoot.
Yeah. I think my favorite part was with the 9-page grid, you have them introduce all the characters. So instead of like the Brady Bunch, you got like the Nazi Brady Bunch. And I love their code names. It's like when you guys start the show, they have like the lover, the whatever. And it's like, these people suck. Let's not give them like anything at all.
So they're trying to summon Odin.
Yeah.
Watch they summon Odin and he shows up as a black man.
I mean, I would not. That would be
and then slaughters them all.
That'd be
the reporter being like, "I'm not with them, really."
I was undercover the whole time.
That's awesome. That's so creative.
Yeah.
Jeremiah, do you have the next cover by any chance? Oh no, you don't.
I don't.
You don't. I was waiting for you to flash it, but Core, Superman Unlimited 13. I think you have something big to go over in this one.
Yes, there was a Superman monkey. So I got it today, and when I made a video, I was like, I hope that they're doing something interesting with the monkey, because so far it just seems like one of those subplots. It's like, do you really care? It's kind of good. You get like one of those Superman wholesome moments where somebody, I think, operating a food truck is being like really nice to this monkey. And you have these scientists observing, being like, okay, we did all these experiments. We're trying to make this like a Kryptonian monkey. Did it take? And they're just sitting there like waiting for something because this dude's being so nice and the monkey likes him. Well, these people go to like stick up the food truck, which is there really that much money there? Why are we wasting our time? But everything goes down. I think the monkey attacks first, feeling fear. They shoot the poor food truck guy, and then he literally goes apeshit and just shows you he definitely has powers. So then you get Tomorrow Man and the baby John Kent helping out, and it's like a nice analogy for this is how the baby John Kent feels after his torture and everything that he's endured, kind of like the monkey with the experiments. And they have a nice like full circle moment where it's like, maybe we should be nice to him and not beat the snot out of him to put him down. It's honestly unexpected, pretty damn good. I liked it a lot. It makes me excited for Dan Slott writing, I think, Spider-Man again soon, right? Yeah. Very, very excited.
We should maybe bring that Superman monkey into more. Like, I don't know. I do like my animal heroes here. So
first appearance,
he's trying to make their own Jeff.
That's exactly what I thought. I can't lie.
No way.
That'd be great to add to like the Superman family. There's like a monkey running around playing with crypto, just a standalone comic, bro. DC, I got it. Get me. Crypto and Super Monkey Adventures. Let's do it. All right. The Amazing Spider-Man number 29. Oh shit. Sorry, I skipped one. A big one for this
no
week.
one would have known. You could have just went to that.
No. Absolute Flash 15. We're keeping it DC right now. So I had my gripes with this series. It was easy for me to fall off. It's bringing me back. You have the introduction of, I guess, what is it? Is it the Black Flash? Like what is he called? Yep. Yeah. So he's crazy and monstrous and is gonna kill everyone in his future, is basically what we're being told here. And he's seeing future Barry come to like talk to him and tell him, hey, you gotta like not try to save anyone anymore. Like just back off, let your dad go. You don't want to explore this void anymore. And he's like, no, I gotta like still explore it. It's like, all right, well, you're gonna kill everyone. Good job. Like, but the way they mapped it out, the way they ended it, like showing the map of like how like the lightning bolt and like how like the bottom of the lightning bolt, there's like a whole like dark area or whatever. I feel like that was well done because it's like you don't really think about like where they keep going in the series, like that pinkish area, whatever they are. So like I don't know, it's just cool to see it on a map and it's like, oh shit, this whole time it was a lightning bolt. So Cora, what do you have?
I loved it, and I love the just straight ignorance. Wally from the future comes back to be like, you have to stop going for your dad. Like, you gotta believe me. And it was that like usual like speedster hijinks with time travel where he gives up some detail. He's like, oh shit, you don't know that yet, do you? And Wally's like, what? And then I love, the still point. They have the lightning bolt. There's some really good stuff in here. This was, I think, a bad first series for me for trying out Jeff Lemire, because I think what he's doing right now in Firestorm is really good. This just kind of goes back and forth, where I think the only through point for me right now is the art. The art is usually just fabulous, and I love it a lot. But it picks up it sometimes, does some really cool stuff, and then it just kind of like teeters and bounces.
I will say this is probably not. Oh, I was going to say this is probably not
a series by Jeff Lemire.
Oh, yes, I did, because he's on Valiant, and I got to read that soon. I'm being so careful. I don't want to mess up the signatures.
You're fine, dude.
Okay.
Sorry, dude. Didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I was just going to say this is probably not the best run for Jeff Lemire necessarily, like in terms of all his books. I mean, typically they're great. This is because that was exciting for me picking this up. I was like, oh shit, Jeff Lemire's on this.
Has read nothing else.
Animal Man. Because of you, actually. I will say. That was because of you.
Pierre, you should really read
probably
Black
my
Hammer,
copies.
I think you would love Black Hammer.
Black Hammer, okay. All right, check it out. Yeah, but it's kind of here and there. This book, I'd start picking it back up. I feel like there was a point, I forgot, I think it was like 2 issues back where like there was like a starting point, I think, again for this.
Yeah, it was after the year 1 thing. They did like the first 12 issues were like, okay, here's year 1 of Flash. Now we're going on. And I think the year 1 was really back and forth. Now it seems like it's building towards something. Yeah. And I do love the almost absolute Batman route where it's like, here's his like villains besides the rogues. They're like, we're just going to make them monsters now.
Yeah. And I like that. Like, let's do that. All right, so I was really excited about this book so much that I skipped the other book, Amazing Spider-Man number 29. It's a great spot to start. There's a new villain that's been cool and it's been introduced. So has I guess if you've been following anything Spider-Man, because at a certain point I wasn't really following it, but I guess Ben Reilly was in Peter Parker's place while Spider-Man was off somewhere else, and Ben Reilly might have lost his mind and might have been messing up and sabotaging Peter's life and the experiments that were.
Ben do that?
Yeah.
No.
So now Peter's back and he's like, wait, what's happening? So he's like trying to put his whole life together, but at the same time, he's dealing with like some of the backlash and some of the events that I guess Ben Reilly did. So like one of them being creating a whole villain for Spider-Man. So one of his friends that he worked with at the lab was working on some sort of experiment with like fungi and whatever mushrooms, and he caused the experiment to go wrong. The guy got sent home, and no one's really heard about him since then. And now they show you in his apartment. It's all covered in like mushrooms, fungi, whatever. He even makes a comment of like at the very end. It's great. He's like, "Oh, what? Come on, you already knew I was a fun guy, like fun guy, right?" So I'm like, that's funny, like that they would play that, because spoiler, Spider-Man, Peter Parker, like goes to see him because he's like, "Oh, I want to talk to you, Peter," and he thinks that Peter is Ben Riley, so he's like, "Why did you sabotage my experiment? You lost my job, blah blah blah, all this stuff." Typical whatever villain fashion. And you see all these people that he has mind controlled in his like whatever villain hideout. Peter is now being mind controlled with his spores. He's like shoots spores out of his mouth, and Peter's
It's like
now
The Last
stuck.
of Us.
Basically, so Peter like somehow breaks out of actually being mind controlled, hits him in the face, and his whole face kind of like blows out. And he's like, "Oh my God, what did I do? I used too much power on just a regular guy," not knowing that he has these powers, and his whole face turns into like just mushrooms, kind of like The Last of Us. And that's where he says the fun guy comment, which again, it was like dad humor. I feel like it was good. But great spot to start this book if you want to jump back onto Spider-Man. So I'm excited to see where it's going. The other book that kind of segues into this, Venom 258. So I got a chance to read this. The only thing I want to touch on is, so this is a great jump on point, but we have the official new Venom costume. So
is
Venom,
she wearing lipstick?
she might be.
It's part of the suit.
Yeah. So Venom
Oh, God.
and Mary Jane have officially fused together. They wanted to start working more in unison with each other, more symbiotically, versus kind of before they were kind of
Her
fighting.
nails are gold.
And now we have this. This is what she is now going forth, and you're gonna take it, and you're gonna like it. And if you don't like it, they'll bring back Paul. So just
Kyle, I don't want to make more work for yourself, but I'm going to make more work for you. I want you to superimpose the image of Mary Jane in the very first panel of Amazing Spider-Man 300, just so people know the history between Mary Jane and Venom. So,
Who's the artist on this book still?
on this book, I have no idea.
I think it's Ali Ewing. I think
that's the writer.
That's the writer.
Oh, you said artist. Sorry, I have no idea.
Interesting design.
Yep. So that's that. Her and Peter are not officially dating yet, but seems like they might be going towards working on something eventually, and we'll see. And she's not dating Flash Thompson, which is a big win. Everyone's happy about that.
Thank Swamp Thing Jesus.
Peter asked. He was like, "I don't want to ask," but like, she's like, "Yeah, no, it's not. That's not a thing." So, yeah, we're good. Draven in the comments. She just looks like a lame version of Scream. All right. Well, let the hate begin. All right. Well, we're gonna go into New Titans number 35. Kyle, we have something big in this one.
Spoiler, Robo Cyborg was defeated in quotation marks. Maybe defeated, maybe not defeated.
Dun, dun, dun.
As we know, Titans did a soft relaunch going to New Titans, didn't renumber. New team, still messing around with the old team. Nightwing might cheat on somebody. We're not sure. He's being a little emotional with Starfire. A little like people are getting beat up in the background. He's just like looking to her eyes. It's like, get it together, right? So Cyborg has been human, and then Robo Cyborg is all of the cyborg part as one evil robot. There's this new character whose name is Eva, who's a new kind of cyborg who has a ton of powers. Like, kind of, the power set kind of made me think maybe Vision, but I don't know, just like a bunch of powers that they don't even know all of them yet. So long story short, spoiler, this arc kind of ends. Cyborg gets remerged. They defeat Robo Cyborg, which they do joke that the name is stupid. Like they make throughout the whole book, they're like, we know it's stupid, but like, what else do we call him? It's like it's just a robot, like it's Robo Cyborg. So it's kind of funny, but they set it up in a way where everything's back to normal. Like Victor goes to like his inner child to like convince Robo Cyborg to like let him in to like put things back. But then the last page, he goes into a secret Batcave with his new cyborg buddy, and she's like, "Hey, when are we gonna like tell everybody else like what's really going on?" And he's like, "No, not yet." And the whole thing that Robo Cyborg was trying to do was protect all the Titans. He was basically trying to collect every Titan that's ever existed and keep them in a bubble to keep them safe because he believes the world is ending. So obviously the world is actually ending. So it's building to something. I'm very curious to see where it goes. The art felt very much like a cartoon. Like I didn't make note of the artist's name, but I'm curious if they worked in like animation before because it has that feel. And even the way the story was like plotted. But yeah, it's fun. I'm gonna keep going with the new Titans.
All right. Well, keeping it DC, Lubu. That's a good one. Lobo, number 3. Yeah, Scotty Young writing. So I don't think I've ever read anything Scotty Young has wrote, ever. I love this. This is incredible. This is like, he might be one of my.
You need to read I Hate Fairyland. You need to read the one, The Me You Love in the Dark. The Me You Love in the Dark is so good. He's written a lot, and they're all like really good. Middle West is fantastic.
Yeah, never picked up any. I don't think, at least. I know him for his like art, the variant covers. Like that's always been like.
You know him for variant covers? What variant covers? What are you talking about?
Yeah. So like, Christ, this book was cool because you get to see young Lobo, and I almost feel like he did the artwork.
The artist who is on the book, I cannot pronounce her name, but she also did some issues of I Hate Fairyland. So it kind of their art styles are very, very similar. We do get Kid Lobo on a school trip. Was not on my 2026 bingo card. We get a new lantern. We get
huge.
the mauve lantern, which the emotion is glee, which is exactly what I associate Lobo with. So how could that go wrong? Basically, Lobo as a child is Lobo as an adult, just on a 2 notches down level. Really, really fun issue. Really excited. I also love that he was like in therapy. Like it's a flashback issue. Lobo in therapy. Just sounds fun.
Yeah. I like that he did it all like it was like a FaceTime basically, and he was naked. Like, so that was cool.
That was my favorite part. I love he got asked. He's like, "Do you have a history of alcohol usage?" And he goes, "Nah, it's pretty current. In fact, I'm lubed up right now."
Yeah,
have you experienced a lot of anxiety? Would you say genocide is like anxiety?
It's just really well written. It's exactly what his character is. I feel like. I don't know.
It makes me very excited for Jason Momoa as Lobo.
Okay. So Jason Momoa has some big shoes to fill with this. Now that this book is out. Let's just put it that way.
The old Lobo series with like Simon Bisley and whatnot is still like they're comparable to this. Like he's always had big shoes to fill.
Okay. You're telling me. Okay. I just feel like this book is great. So I feel like this being out
most
while
Lobos, with the exception of one glaring exception, are great.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I got to check out more, or any, because I never checked out any back in the day. So I gotta pull out some old books. Yeah. Deathstroke, the Terminator, number 3. Jeremiah.
This was fun. This keeps getting better and better and better. the most action in any next level book. And the artist, I cannot pronounce Italian to save my life, so it's Diga Dumanico. I definitely butchered that.
I feel like you missed a whole syllable, but otherwise, I think it was great. I think we were really spot on. Besides a whole chunk just gone.
His art style lends itself very, very well to this book. It's almost kind of anime-esque with a lot of zoom ins and zoom outs. Obviously, you get Deathstroke and some other stuff. People showing up. A lot of explosions. A lot of fun gunfire. It's Deathstroke at its finest. Tony Fleece really does understand the character really, really well. So yeah, all of Next Level's books have been very strong, and this will just hopefully continue that trend.
Yeah, I agree. I was gonna say, I read it too, but I was so happy Deadshot was in it, and I think the other guy was Deathblow. I love at the start. I wasn't expecting it. I expected a rivalry because I haven't seen much of those two together, and it was kind of like, hey man, we don't gotta do this. We can be buddies type of dynamic, and it just keeps escalating. And I love they keep talking about like shooting at him, like he doesn't have a regeneration factor, and even like
you're not supposed to feel this. You're just supposed to die.
Yeah, that's a great part too with the wife. Yeah, there's so much going on here, and it's honestly all great. I love this version of Deathstroke.
Well, we have another book that we did an interview on, Of the Earth #1. So everyone, check out our interview with Chris Condon, Andrew Ettrich, and Michael Tivy. Yeah, that's close.
It's time.
I think I said that right.
It's time.
You guys did the interview. I wasn't here for it.
Another interview that Pierre was like, yeah. Google accept. Google Calendar accept. No show.
I see a green button and I pressed it.
If you're in the New Jersey area, they will be doing a signing this weekend at Final Boss. So if that's your LCS, go there, support them. The only one of the creative team that won't be there is Charlie Adler, but everyone else will be. So
check it out, guys. Battle Beast #9. Core, you read this one. There's a big character. So this is out of the Invincible universe that Jeremiah is the biggest fan actually of Invincible specifically. But you have a big character
and the writer
that has made an appearance in Battle Beast #9. Core, take it away.
So they did the big moment from the show. I don't know if when Conquest shows up, which is who shows up in this, obviously. I don't know if in the original comic he does the stand ready for my arrival worm, but he does in this. I know they fully like ripped the arrival scene from the original comic and everything, where he's just kind of like hovering midair. We get Conquest in this, and what's really funny is after the last issue, we have Juggernaut and then whatever the other big purple monster sibling's name is. He was going against them. This was going to be like some huge fight, and it ends abruptly. Like as soon as the book starts, they're put down, and then it's to helping the prince alien he's been with that is now the king of this land and rebuilding it. And near the end is when we get the build up for it. The alien asks him, like, you can't stay any longer. Like, we could really use your help. And he's like, no, I have dying to get to. And the big, I guess, deal that the alien tries making with him is he's like, there's crazy monsters all over. Like, you could take care of those while you're waiting for your ship. He's like, all right, fine. And then, of course, Conquest shows up. And so finally, I've been waiting for this. They keep teasing it. They'll show, like, I think it's Craig or Krieg with the eye and Conquest. I think Thrag even showed up in one of the Battle Beast ones, but hopefully we're finally getting at the big moment. I just don't know, like, how's it going to go? Battle Beast dies in a different way, and Conquest does too. So is there just a stalemate?
So it's World War Hulk / Planet Hulk, just with invincible characters, is what you're saying?
Always got to make the comparison, Jeremiah. Just because there is one doesn't mean you got to say it out loud.
Yeah, basically.
So,
but wasn't that a good book? Wasn't that a good book?
If we ever interview Robert Kirkman, which he probably won't after that weird selfie I took with him 12 years ago. If we ever interview,
I won't be there.
Oh, and with Jeremiah's comment,
Jeremiah's out.
That solidified.
Jeremiah's out.
Coming on this.
Every other interview in, that one out.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. It's not happening. So Jeremiah could say whatever he wants because he's not coming to the show.
He'll never
I
know.
mean, he's been doing shows. If Kyle wants to reach out to Skybound and ask, I mean, there's lots of stuff he can talk about. Transformers stuff's coming up that hasn't been spoken about yet, but everything that's going on with Invincible
or ripped from anywhere else, huh? Right,
True,
Jeremiah?
yeah.
You can't.
It's a satire.
It's all real, like it's his own universe now, right? Can we agree?
If I could go back in time and like know everything that I know now, I would become a copyright / intellectual property lawyer, and then Robert Kirkman would cease to exist.
Wow.
Wow. All right. He's not going to be on the show because of Jeremiah. All right. Rockefeller's number 0. Whoa.
We got this one early. We did an interview with Jeff Johns and Peter Tomasi. Be sure to go check that out. We discussed it a little bit. But if you want to get caught up with Rockefellers before we get into the Unbelievables, here's your opportunity. Reading Rockefellers 1 to 25 might not be easy for you, but you can read Rockefeller 0 and be caught up to where you need to be for the Unbelievables and the $1 trillion kid coming out at the end of June.
So there's only 13 actually. So this
shit.
Right. So it's 13, 0, 14, and this is like the prelude to the $1 trillion kid, which then sets up the who are the Unbelievables event. And yeah, this is a definitely jump on issue that also sets up the event. So you kind of like have the flashbacks, but also see what's going on. That's kind of pulling it all together. Really good place to start, I would say. Just generally with the Unbelievables universe, like that might be the one to read first, and then go back.
I do agree with that.
13 issues.
Although there is a minor spoiler in the very first few pages of 0 that if you're not caught up, it's just going to spoil the first story arc for you. So
yeah, I don't think it hurts that. I don't think it hurts.
It doesn't hurt it too much, but
yeah.
It is something that like, oh, so the big bad is actually okay.
Right. So. Yeah.
Just want you
we knew what we were talking about.
We knew, but we can't tell you.
Just spoil it. All right. Speaking of potentially spoilers, nerdy news. This is where we spoil things. It does happen here, so just get ready for it. It happens here, and it happens in rumors, so it's gonna be fun. Variety revealed that Iman Vellani, best known as Kamala Khan, aka Miss Marvel in the MCU, is making her solo writing debut with Chachu from Tiny Onion and Image Comics. The neo-noir series is set in 1970s Hollywood with art by Mariana Ignazi, colors by Jordi Belair, and letters by Lucas Gittoni.
So the book already has 2 Eisner nominees on it, and she did a good job when writing the Ms. Marvel series for the few issues that she did. I'm excited to see this. With the editorial team behind Tiny Onion, I don't think it can be bad at all. Son of a bitch.
Drink your Dr. Pepper, Jeremiah. Yeah, I'm very interested in this. Tiny Onion, if your people want to reach out to her people and want to reach out to Image's people and then say, hey, you got 13 minutes to ask 2 questions on a pre-recorded thing and you sign an NDA, I am down. Can I just say I am ready?
Yeah, I'm down. That'd be cool.
Because she is a comic fan beyond the point of comic fan. She knows everything. Like the conversation would be fantastic regardless of the book. So her on a book generally, I would love to pick her brain about what this is. It sounds really cool. Like it sounds very cool.
Yeah. No,
sounds like nothing else on the shelves.
No,
so.
Yeah.
Yes.
I couldn't think of a comparison. Not one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it'd be good. And like you said, Gemma, her Miss Marvel book was actually very good. So she did a good job writing. I don't know how many issues she actually wrote on that one, but
4, I believe.
4. Okay. So she did a phenomenal job with all that. I followed that series for a little bit. I actually followed that series, I think almost up and I like kind of fell off after she came off of it, which is kind of interesting. All right. So, did you hear that effigy is chosen by Ophidian
Yep,
to
Ophidian.
become Ophidian? Oh, to become the new Orange Lantern, replacing a weakened Larfleeze.
Yeah,
like the
it
way you said
happened.
What
Eh,
book is this in?
most recent Green Lantern Corps. They have the Manhunters have this huge plan, and they're using Aya, which is like the Green Lantern artificial intelligence, basically, to execute that plan. The Green Lanterns go into Bia, I think is what it's called. I can't even remember what the original mission was, being like, oh, we got this. And it's just like a swarm of manhunters. They've planned this all out. They take over Aya. And then now, since they don't have emotions and they can't just like steal rings, they're like, we'll just steal the entities. So while they're hunting them down, the entities are kind of like running scared because they're in, I don't know, like a juvenile state. They're all like little babies. And so Ophidian grabs onto Effigy, which is funny because I think they explain it, but I don't see him as necessarily a greedy character, but they have a way of explaining it where he has a more fun or better greed than Larfleeze. They said something like, you're willing to share your greed or something. And he's like, that's hilarious to be like selfless instead of selfish is what gets me the entity over Larfleeze. And Larfleeze is pissed about it. So it's great.
Of course, Larfleeze is pissed about it.
I love it. I love it.
I don't think I can follow this, mainly because of all the names that I wouldn't be able to pronounce. Too many names for me to pronounce. All right, well, we got some news. There you go. Batman and Robin Year One dynamic duos by Mark Waid, Chris Samney, Matt Lopez, and Clayton Cowles hit stands in August 2026. Mark, if you'd like to talk about it, maybe before FOC, let us know.
Or Chris, you want to come on? Chris, I would love to pick your brain about so many different things. The two of them together, you can't go wrong. Mark Waid and Chris Samney on literally anything is magical and gold. And Clayton Clowes on there as well. Eisner nominated. Samney got nominated for an Eisner this year. Waid is potentially going into the Eisner Hall of Fame this year. This book is one to definitely pick up.
Which Robin?
It's definitely Dick.
Yeah.
That's good, though. I feel like we need that.
Yeah.
And
Dick's the best. Nothing's been better than Dick, ever, really.
We love Dick.
We do love Dick, yes.
Yeah. I like Damien.
Some of us more than the others. Some of us just are. Some of us just are.
Yeah. Jays of Future Past by Kevin Smith and Giuseppe Camuncoli puts everyone's favorite stoner couple in the Marvel Universe. Have you already seen their first appearance in Iron Man #3? On sale June 2026. I think that was done on purpose to this. Like, this is what they were doing.
Set this up. It's so exciting.
I think we're gonna actually see their perspective of that event. Like them walking.
That would be really cool.
Them walking through the carnival and be like, "What the hell?"
And this is like publisher, like shared rights, or is this just like full out? Like this is their Marvel version.
It's a one shot. So Kevin Smith is writing it, and like Giuseppe Camuncoli's artwork is fantastic. Covered by Marco Cinnicetto. Let's go. Even Jeff appears on the cover. Like, I think they're just going to be bouncing around the Marvel Universe for 48 pages.
What if we missed other appearances?
We definitely, if Pierre is right, which I think he is, where they're just bouncing around and we get to see their perspective of different Marvel series, that's going to be such a cool, like, a really cool way of doing that is making like an omnibus of all the issues that they show up in.
Oh yeah. That would be cool.
So
we're gonna have to go back.
The only
to all
connected thread is that they show up in the background. Like, that's cool.
Yeah,
we're gonna have to go back for a little bit and see where they're at. All right. So Peter Parker's life changes forever with Amazing Spider-Man 1000 in shops this September by Joe Kelly and Pepe Larraz. The issue also includes stories from Bendis, Romita Jr., Miller, Peach Momoko, Slott, J.M. DeMatteis, Glycian, Marcos Martin, and Noah Hawley. Main cover is John Romita Jr. with Paulo Rivera, with a variant by Pepe Larraz introducing the new villain Ravage. Look at that cover. Look at that spread. Jeremiah muted himself.
I'm beyond excited for this cover. John Romita Jr. was my favorite artist as a kid growing up. Paulo painting over top of him. It's so fantastic. It is so freaking good. To say this has made it into the top 5 of Rivera covers for me is it's close. If there was a water tower, it would probably be number 1. Because Paulo loves drawing water towers. And so
maybe it's covered by like the Peter Parker's Life Changes Forever. Maybe it's
maybe.
No. Oh, that okay. That would be cool if they had like a Virgin variant cover and it is there. How awesome
this is also going to be a really fun book to like collect as many signatures as possible on, because you've got Dan Slott, you've got Frank Miller, you've got Brian Michael Bendis, you got John Romita Jr. Like, it's going to be a really fun book. Peach Momoko, which that line's going to suck, but eventually I'll be in it. So,
So Jeremiah, is this a cover that like you would murder for to have the original? Like, what's like? Like would you equity your whole house?
Oh, 100%.
Would you sell like an organ?
I would give up both my kidneys and half my liver. I'm
wow,
good with that.
Okay, I was gonna say it's like 2 favorites. I mean, you literally have the tattoo.
Literally, they're right next to each other on my arm.
Right. And this is like it combined. This is like if they put the little earrings on and they touched fingers.
Like, if you asked me what would be my dream cover, I don't know if I would have said Paulo painting over Romita on Spider-Man, but I would have thought it eventually. Like, it's
Wait, so what is your favorite Rivera cover
of all time?
Yeah.
Ooh, Avengers.
45 minutes of the show.
Avengers number 20, the Fantastic Four 60th anniversary variant. I actually have a rug of it. But it's a painted cover with Galactus, Uatu, Black Bolt, and Silver Surfer on it.
Okay. Yeah, that sounds sweet.
Also, the Daredevil Gwen Stacy variant where he's in the yellow suit and the manhole cover is acting like a halo with the religious iconography. And there's also a pug on that cover.
No.
I'm a sucker for a pug.
No, that's it. That's enough. We've asked for one cover. You gave us 2, but we're not going further with this.
Follow Jeremiah at the Rivera Collection on Instagram.
Yeah, to see his whole collection.
Join the Discord to see his whole channel.
Yeah.
One of these days, Kyle's going to just like chop up a bunch of covers and see if I can identify it from just like a snippet.
That would be a fun game.
It would.
That would give Kyle a lot of work. But it would be a fun game.
They're all collected in one place, though.
For Rivera Collection. Yeah, that's true. All right. Collection acquisition core. What's that pile?
Man, I'm so excited. I didn't know if you're going to have time. Okay, I'll be quick. I already got it organized and everything. So this weekend, I went to the Motor City Comic Con. I only went one day, but honestly, that's all I needed with my friend. I went in. I've only been to one other con for autographs. And so this one, there was so many different people. It was cool. I got commissions done. I'll just show them off first. I got Kyle Rayner by Daryl Banks. Mind you, I've heard how much commissions can go for. And Daryl Banks with like the quality Parallax Hell too, $40. And he was done pretty quickly too. He had it done by the end of the day. And I didn't think ahead of time to really send him a message. So that was great. I also got the Batman issue #1. And I love when Scott signs in silver. That's so awesome. I
also love when he doesn't date his signature either, which look amazing.
Yes. Got Absolute Batman 9, 15. Wait, no, 16. I think 15. 15 is the Joker cover, which is amazing, which some people have the pricing wrong. I don't know where they're getting it from. Some people were saying online every signature was like $50. I think that's graded, or it's just Absolute Batman 1 and 15. Otherwise, I think it's around 20. And getting to meet Scott, just phenomenal dude. And I asked just in case, I asked about Absolute Killer Moth, and he said it's the most requested right now. And I'm like, that's really? And my friend asked about Absolute Ventriloquist, which I don't know if he said this publicly, but maybe a Paneloids exclusive. Apparently, Jagoda has already drew up a design, and all Scott said about it is brutal. So me and my buddy were talking, like, what could it be? Jim Gordon just died. Is somebody gonna use his body as a puppet to like mess with Batman?
Oh.
Or like something wild where like if it's that like Scott after seeing what we've seen. Yes. Also, I don't know. I don't know what else been said, but I'll say this too. He spoke about Absolute Clayface, and apparently the route he's going is making Clayface like claymation. So when he's going around, he has it like following him, and like I just think that idea is so cool because I love claymation. Now this was the tragedy of the con. I got my first smeared autograph like an absolute dummy. So Eric Canate signed it, and I got real jumpy because I had pulled it like in and out of the a bag and board, and it was one of those where it fits snug. And so I was like, I know this is gonna be a pain in the butt to like put back. And so after he signed it, we were talking to him a little bit, just not paying attention, right back in. So it almost looks like Poison Ivy has like a crown over her, and I got it on the back of the bag.
That actually looks kind of dope.
I know. That sounds like it's technically a 1-of-1 now. I do gotta say, I know you guys were joking about Dennis Camp's signature before. What is this? we were joking. It's the E and then Canate or Canati, however you say it. I think it's Canate. It just looks like ew. Like it looks like a bunch of W's.
So Core, I'm gonna teach you how to make window bags. We're gonna
please.
We're gonna
I saw people
together.
with those. They look amazing. I do gotta
Very
say,
easy, and you can reuse them.
Yes, the one thing I really learned from this con is people go with their collections like it's Jeremiah to go see Paulo Rivera. I mean, people had genuine
short boxes on wheels.
Yes, they had short.
No,
it was short boxes on wheels. Everything.
I would never
do that much.
No.
Well, you already got it all signed.
The most I have ever brought to one creator was him, and I brought 10. And I asked ahead of time.
Respect that.
I'm usually a 1 to 2 kind of guy. 1 to 2 books per creator kind of guy.
Yeah, he doesn't do that. All he does is he emails and calls them directly and then sends them the books.
But I think the most I got was Scott, and it was around like 7. Now, when I did Robert Medici, I had a lot, but he also does free, and he didn't have a line. But there was people, I think, with easily 20 plus, and it was like the exclusive covers, and there was people straight up like streaming their whatnot, and I think they were just going to get the signature and immediately sell it. I'm like, that's kind of a bummer. We luckily got to line early, so we didn't have to wait long, but this was the ultimate one. I still can't believe I have this. And then
on that.
Yeah, I can't wait for Heroes Con. Now these are the exciting ones. Getting to meet and get stuff by Stephanie Phillips. I gotta say,
she's awesome.
The signatures I have so far. Oh yeah, she's incredible. Out of the signatures I have so far, her placement is some of the best. Like she finds the spots where it's not messing with the art. And I kept my promise to Jeremiah. Now I just got to get DWJ. And again, thank you. She said too, this was like one of 3 or 4 the entire time at con so far that she signed. So I don't think that many people have them. The 1 in 100 Virgin variant Daredevil. So, and again, come on, perfect spot. And in gold, Sharpie too. And then this. I got a funny story for this.
You got the jock already? Mine hasn't come in the mail yet.
Oh, really? They had quite a few there.
Really?
Now, I'm going to tell on myself here because something crazy happened. So she had the Virgin variant, and she had the just the regular one. Yeah. Yeah. And so when I went through the line originally, I got my stuff, and I was not paying attention. One of the cool things I got to show off is my Grimm trade in a second too. But I forgot about the jock cover, and I wanted it really bad. Now the regular one with the title and everything, yes, was $40. This was $100. Now my friend reminded me, he's like, are you getting the jock variant? So I went back around to the line because it had died down by that point. And so I'm going to go up, and I tell the helper, and this guy was great, to be honest. It's a random slip up. I told him, I said, could I get the jock variant? And he looks at me weird. He goes, like, what? Jock? I go, oh, the C2E2 exclusive. And he goes, you mean Lee Garbett? I said, no, Lee Garbett does the inside art. Jock's the one that did this cover and like killed it. And so when he goes up and grabs it for me, I'm getting it signed by Steph and didn't realize I was paying for the $40 one. He charged me $40 and gave me the $100 one. So I get to say I got very accidental, kind of messed up, but I won a nerd battle for it, so I think I deserve it.
Did win a nerd battle. He did.
When you see her again, you buy an extra trader.
Yeah. She was so great. I'd love to. I actually got my friend. He, I think, bought a couple extra things because of it. So yeah, I'll get a couple things. We'll finally call it even. But then I got some of the stuff signed by Daryl Banks. Again, he does great signatures. Like if I show it to you, it's kind of hard to find. And then he has it just along the building. 48, first appearance of Kyle. 49, the iconic cover. And I think it's right on the glove. 50. This one's glow in the dark, so it's really cool. We tested it. Since it's glow in the dark, the signature pops on top of the glow in the dark.
I love how he does the money symbol for his S as well.
Yes, yeah, I love it. He was very in all the pictures I'd seen of him, he's like always smiling, got like a contagious, really nice smile. In person, like cool as a cucumber, like really chill. I was expecting him to be more peppy, but he was great regardless. And then 51. This was one of the first single issues I think I ever had. I got from my comic shop, so it was perfect. And then a couple more. I got the 600th issue. Since he was on this for art, he didn't do the cover, David Aha, but same here with Kyle. And then the Green Lantern Silver Surfer. It was phenomenal.
You didn't get the Major Force issue?
You know what's funny? I got that after. I have it now, but I really wish I would have had it before. I found it at a comic book shop after. I gotta find where Grimm is because Stephanie did
those shells.
Looks like you got a lot.
I do. Look at how crazy the table is. It's got so much. But anyways, I'll just say, because I have no idea where I put it. So when I was going to get Grimm signed by her, I'd read it like the day before because I hadn't read it yet. I had bought it at the last con. And I was like, this is great. I love the Reaper concept and everything. And so what I was going to ask, if it was okay or just pay the extra, is have her sign her name and then just do like a fun little scythe. And I wasn't paying attention and forgot. And then when I looked later, she signed her name and did like a skull. And I was like, oh, thank God, that's sick. So now what I'm tempted to do is next time, bring it again, even pay the money and get like a scythe with it. So it's like almost like a Grim Reaper now. Yeah, it's the Comic-Con honestly was perfect. Some cool booths. I will say, not that much like backlog and super hype stuff. There was a lot of like the first appearances and stuff you'd expect on like the shelves and everything. But yeah, it was hard to find certain stuff, but I did find one of my last Muppets variant covers that Marvel did, so I was hyped. And the dude was really nice about it and gave me a deal, and I got the first Geiger when they were still Mad Ghost. Yeah, it was a perfect experience. My favorite one so far. I think Heroes is going to knock it out of the water.
Heroes is going to blow your mind.
Yes, yeah. That's what I hear, because people, even in that line, I kid you not, we're talking about Heroes, they're like, that is the like comics first con, one of the last where it's like, the comics are the big thing. I don't even think they bring in celebrities. It's literally celebrities in their own right, but artists and the writers. So I can't wait. I'm making sure
it's
to go
the dream show. It is the mecca of Comic-Con.
But how are the panels? Because that's
there are none.
See, that's my thing.
Really?
Like, I love Baltimore, but there's not enough panels. There's like one area for them.
But like the creator interaction is worth more than the panels to me.
Maybe I'm just fat and like to sit down, but I like to fill my day with panels.
He likes panels.
I like panels.
Paneloids.
That's exactly where it came from.
Yeah,
See, it wasn't. Oh
my God.
Yeah.
It's because you like panels this whole time. Jesus.
I will say, I think the only regret, Stephanie and Scott did a panel and we didn't go. And I really wish we would have. She was only
feeling
100.
Absolutely refreshed after it.
That was nice.
The two of them together, like literally my two favorite people.
Yeah, that's what I was like. That's a once in a lifetime thing. Maybe.
What book do you think she'll be doing?
I think somebody even asked her about it. I don't know. I think it was her. Somebody else was in the comments. They're like, "What absolute book would you like me to do?" Like,
I mean, I know what makes sense.
What
would you pick?
Harley Quinn would make sense.
Oh yeah,
it would.
She's
Absolute Suicide Squad.
Oh, we kind of wait. We have that already too now. It's just if she writes or not, because that was the like rogues for Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Kyle, I think you hit it right on the head. Like Harley Quinn without having any like strings, not like it just she could do.
Right now,
would
she's
it be
a
absolute Harley Quinn or absolute Red Hood?
That's what I'm wondering, if she shows the history to how she became Red Hood or after or something like that.
Yeah, it's origin be perfect. Yeah.
I think she should take that over and she just be able to just write what she wants. Like not confide into what DC's like, no, this is the story that you're gonna give us. You know what I mean? Like, no, she's like, no, I have Grimm, I have this, I have that. This is my resume. I'm doing what I want with this character now.
I would love to see her build the Red Hoods like a cult too. That'd be sick.
Yeah, that would be awesome. Should I show off my collection acquisition?
Yeah, why not?
You got something? Show it off.
It's a whole leg. So I don't know how to.
Oh yeah, stand in the chair.
Work?
I don't
stand in the chair.
And then
I want to see a fall.
Please don't fall. Please don't fall for the viewers.
If you fall, please do gun
Just make it worth it.
Oh, there goes the camera.
Oh wow!
Is this a dinosaur?
No. It's Killer Croc. Not Killer Croc. Sorry, the
lizard.
But
wow.
you can't see him in full effect yet because he's not done. There's going to be
he's getting the whole body
down here.
Wow.
Lab coat or no lab coat?
Yeah, there's a lab
coat's on.
There's the side of it, and the other side's still getting built in, and then you got some molecules.
Nicely freshly shaved. I like it.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
I did show my child, and she said, "Dinosaur." I was like, "No."
I mean, yes, but no.
Yeah.
I will eventually get a dinosaur, or I may not, because I did not realize. So I did it because my tattoo artist really likes dinosaurs and lizards and whatever, and I was like, you know what? I like the lizard, so like let's incorporate into the Spider-Man tattoo. And I was like, let's do this. Mind you, I've been thinking about getting a T-Rex, raptors on my back. Okay. Scales on a tattoo hurt so bad. I forgot how many lines and how like intricate it is to do the scales and everything. So I changed my mind, and I don't think I'm going to put a T-Rex or a Velociraptor on my back.
You know what you should get in your back?
All right.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah, as far as I know, your back is still available for.
Oh,
I mean,
and the webs could come over.
You could have him holding up your shoulder blades.
Onto, no, the webs stays on his back, and the webs come over the shoulder into the.
Or you flip him around, and it's like he's going down.
Oh, he's riding him.
yeah, he's riding.
One to each ball.
All right.
It went too far. It went too
far. That's it. So, Marvel. We got rumors, baby. Marvel is reportedly developing a solo Punisher project with John Bernthal, who is.
He did so well earlier. Just let it go. He did so well. He only messed up like 3 out of like 20. It was a lot, and he did well. Just let him go.
We're past the 8 o'clock mark. I told you I didn't want to go past 8. Who is? Okay, so Johnny B, the Punisher, as you know him. They're starting a solo project potentially, and they're pushing to keep it dark and brutal after strong streaming response. It's probably because I was telling all my coworkers about it. I think that's what it was. I think it's my fault.
So I want to know what storyline we think everyone should do. I think Jeremiah's answer will be the Punisher book that he read today that we didn't allow him to speak about. That's the story he would want to be adapted into. I mean, a show, another movie. I don't know.
Born. If you've never read it, don't. It's so good, but it's so terrible. It's about Punisher's time in Vietnam, but it would have to be Iraq and yeah, notes of.
Wait, why would it have to be? Why couldn't they just do Vietnam?
Because John Bernthal is not old enough. Like, it doesn't make sense if he fought in Vietnam.
True.
I mean, Tom Holland's not aging, so they could.
Well, it's also the current timeline, like when the MCU is taking place. Right?
And he's a Iraq war veteran right now, so.
Right.
Oh, that is true. That is we knew that. We knew that.
Yeah.
So.
All right. Well, that's it. That's all I got. Kyle, Jeremiah, Core. Just thank everyone for being here. Right. And I love you guys so much.
Pierre, you know how you just said you didn't want to stay late? There's one more thing that we didn't read.
Oh, what was it?
Oh,
so you mentioned it in the intro.
I want to weigh in on this.
And it's in the private chat if you'd like to read it. Because somebody deleted it off of my list.
No, it wasn't me. Private chat.
The paragraph. Read the paragraph, not the
Bat
thing
and
below.
Tara on TikTok says it takes reading around 50 to 100 actual comics to truly understand a character, not just watching adaptations or reading summaries. Do you agree, or do you have your own thoughts on what makes someone a real fan?
Can I get on my soapbox?
Sure.
If you like comics, you're a fan. The amount of comics you need to read in order to be a fan is 1. Does it take 50 or 100 issues to understand a character? No, because not every character has 100 issues. I just sent Core a care package. There's a 4-part miniseries that he knows none of the characters from, and he will understand the majority of them by the end of that series in 4.
So let me ask this, because this was a big point of the video, which obviously I'm the only one that watched. If you're a Batman fan, but you've only watched the Batman and say a few episodes of like the 2000s cartoon, but never read the comic, because that was the big point of this creator, was you haven't touched the source material. You're only absorbing adaptations. So you're calling yourself a fan, but you've never even looked at the source material.
I think
love pasta. I've never been to Italy.
Yeah, I think you can. It's all in the context of what people are saying. I think that's why people came up with the term LARP, which sucks and is used in the worst ways. But you can be a Batman fan, I would say, with watching adaptations. But are you a comic Batman fan? Like, are you a fan of the full history? Maybe not. But yeah, if you read comics, you're already doing more than most. Like at that point, it's like, yeah, you could be a comic book fan. If you're only able to read 1 to 5 a month, if you've only read a couple, you're still a comic book fan. It's just don't go around like the understanding a character. Like Jeremiah's saying, you might not need to read a lot, but if it's a complex character and you've read 2 ever and you're parading like you are the Daredevil fan when we got him right here, maybe not.
How many Lizard comics have you read, Pierre?
All of them.
With your dinosaur tattoo.
What's Lizard's first appearance?
72.
Charlie McFarlane's around.
Amazing Spider-Man 6. Come on.
That's what I said.
It was close.
I literally said that.
6, 7.
All right.
6, 7.
That's how we know to shut the show off.